And I'm genuinely not talking shit here. This is just like,
but
this is a perspective from a moto fan.
This is Ryan Ritter's opinion.
Yeah. But what the fuck is going on with Chase? I get the Hangtown race was sick as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
And everybody was spending the whole week like, this is a different rider. This is like Chase is gonna dominate.
Bro, I was the #1 KTM guy. I mean, I was wearing all my gear.
I seen that.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and goes 5-6.
I know.
Is Chase ever gonna hit that point where he eliminates all of his bullshit?
No. So
probably not.
So Chase doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't have the fuck you mentality of I'm better than you. I'm gonna fucking show it.
He did for that one weekend.
Well, okay, that's fine. So that's even worse. Isn't that worse that he has it and won't give it out, like won't show it every weekend? Like I mean, come on, at some point, like you have to do that. If you're gonna beat Jet and Hunter, even put them, because dude, Hunter's ahead of him in points, or they're like right next to each other.
Well, Hunter's riding good.
Yeah. So at some point, these dudes are gonna take your lunch for years. Years. They're young, dude. They're young. You're older than them, like not by much, but you're older. They're going to take the prime of your career is about to get wasted if you do not unlock the fuck you mentality.
Step it up, dude.
Yeah.
Like he has to.
Do you think last weekend Chase Sexton could have beat this weekend Jet Lawrence?
Yeah,
I do.
For sure, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, if he's like a little bit scared of taking like that risk of riding like that all the time, because he
crashes anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like
front end.
okay, so if he's not trying to ride that way because he doesn't want to crash, well, he is crashing. What level is he riding at?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're telling me, oh, I'm only riding at 90%, well, you're still crashing. You might as well ride at 100.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
I think he does struggle with that bike. Like I think that switching teams was a really good thing for him.
Yeah.
But I think he's struggling with that bike a little bit.
I do too. I think that they figure stuff out, and then he from what I've heard is he'll make a little tweak, a big tweak.
Yeah.
You know?
Which also brings me to the thought of like, and I think about this all the time, and I've never really been good about asking like the big dog guys this type of shit. But when the fuck do you just get over it? Like when the fuck do you just like stop playing the game of I need to make every little thing better and just fucking figure it out? Yeah, like I hate to say it like that because again, I'm not that level and I don't know. They could be like listening to this and being like, you fucking idiot.
I'll tell you right now, the big dogs don't listen to this show.
You'd be
you never know. But
you know who does?
It is true.
You know who does?
Why does
RJ.
every little thing have to be perfect?
Well, it's just like when
Hampshire does watch this.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, when you are at that level, how much are those tiny differences making? Like,
yeah.
Because I just think, like, okay, so Jet and Hunter were on this new suspension setup going into this outdoor season, right? They were still competing. They were like not that far off of like what they were doing this weekend. And they're like, oh, the bike is night and day better. So like, okay, the comfortability's there, but they're going like the same speed.
I know.
Or like not crazy differences.
No.
So it's like all this time and effort and fucking energy that you're putting into testing the bike and changing it all the time, is that like really worth it?
I think a lot of it is mentally too, because I don't know. Did you ever hear when Steve Mathis, when he was a mechanic and one of his guys, he was having a problem with the bike, he brought it back to Steve to work on it and asked him to adjust it or whatever, and Steve didn't change anything, and then he rode the bike again. They're like, the bike is perfect. Whatever you did, it works great. And Steve's like,
I didn't
change anything
about that. Yeah,
you know,
it is mental when you ride at that level. So I can't even pretend. I don't even think I've ridden at half the speed that these guys ride at.
I do every weekend.
No, maybe soon you will. Yeah. But it is one of those things where it's like you're pushing the envelope and the edge very, very. It's very close to disaster, right?
All the time,
and so
right?
so like if you're not 100% confident, which is fine, but you have to figure out how to put that confidence in your head of like, and I do think there was an element to Chase this weekend, like being like, I can trust this bike to do anything. Like that dude was throwing the bike everywhere. And then he went in that one section and just rode over the top of it and ended up, tucking the bike. I hate saying tucking the front end because I feel bad. But
he tucked the front end though.
But he went down,
That's exactly
right?
what he
Which
did.
I thought he was seriously hurt. Like his knee and how it went and everything. I was like,
know, dude.
shit.
His knee was fucked. But
Yeah.
I will say that dude's a fucking
Animal.
He's a tank.
Animal.
Like he takes crazy hits.
Yeah.
And just always gets
So
up.
he